named Christopher from legendarystrength.com, and today I want to talk about what's known as the American swing in CrossFit. Talk a little bit about the kettlebell snatch and high pulse and how this really all ties together. Now, what is the American swing? Well, before we even get to that, the foundational movement of the kettlebell is the swing, which is often done just around hip height. Of course, you can do it head height, you can do it even more shallow, but the idea with the American swing is the kettlebell is going overhead. And it can be sort of in that place or more directly overhead like that. Now, why does CrossFit do their swings like this? Really, it has to do with competition. It's way easier to judge if a kettlebell is overhead like this than if it's at hip height or shoulder height, whatever you're doing. That's why it was introduced into that system. Now, do you actually want to do swings like this? Sure, it takes a little more power to go overhead like this than a normal swing, but there's also a lot of floating time. I've been of the opinion before, if you're going to swing that high, you might as well do the kettlebell snatch. Because that's going to put the kettlebell overhead. Just recently, as I'm working on the beast snatch, snatching a 48 kilogram kettlebell, one of the things I've come to realize is on some days when I want to train this, I feel generally pretty good in the lower body. I have that explosiveness, have the endurance there, but the shoulder may be a little bit sore, beat up, the elbow may be a little bit, or the hands may be a little bit not optimal. In which case, I could sure just keep doing the snatch, but I like to listen to my body. Therefore, I started doing this American swing, and I don't necessarily call that, I think it was more of a two hands high pull. And you certainly could do this with one hand, but by doing it with the two hands, once again, you're really limiting the action that's done with the shoulders, with the elbows, with the hands. And you're still doing the exercise. There's still some pulling action with the scapula, the traps are involved, but it's much more of a lower body exercise, minimizing what would otherwise be used with the snatch. So when I'm working with the 48 kilogram kettlebell, this is only a 32 here, I can really work the endurance that's used, I can work the explosiveness I need in the lower body while minimizing how much the arms are really used in doing that. This is important because, like I said, not every day can I focus on that with my body feeling truly fresh. But adding in this high pull movement, I can train it a bit more while still building up those different components at different times, and that's going to help me get to my goal. If you want a lot more information about the kettlebell snatch, check out legendarystrength.com. I also have a free video series over at kettlebellsnatch.net.